We're live! Woo!
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo! It's gonna be M5 versus M5 International. It's gonna be a hell of a game. We've actually waited quite a long time for this. Yeah, I don't know. It took forever to get into a proper game. We were waiting Starlighter, and now we're here. Amazing. So M5 versus M5 International. A lot of Russians, I guess, right?
Yep, get ready to do some heavy play-by-play, man, because I doubt that I'm gonna get a chance to talk except to draft this game. They're gonna be ganking so much.
Yeah, that's hopefully going to be the case. We've casted a few, I wouldn't say boring games, but a few one-sided games.
Yep.
So hopefully this is going to turn out differently, and if people on the chat can like say good or bad of the stream, like the volume and so on and so forth, that would be amazing. Again, this is Moscow 5 International versus M5, the joint Dota League Season 4 European Cup, yeah, or European group stages, and yes, I think that's it. Let's get into the band draft and see Death Prophet Jakiro and Brewmaster Slark actually getting taken out of the pool. So Tidehunter's in the pool, Skywrath as well, and Razor also still in the pool. So do you think they're gonna be picking up any of those type of cores, or do you think they're gonna go with something completely crazy and out of the box?
Well, honestly, I doubt that Tidehunter is just gonna slip by. It's especially the style that CIS teams play, like that real aggression. I would be expecting them to get Tidehunter in the first stage. Maybe not. The thing is, there's so many heroes you can play aggressive with these days that they can just go apeshit with their draft. Honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of viable heroes in the meta right now. So yeah, definitely true. I mean, yeah, Tidehunter, we talked about that yesterday. He's one of the stronger offlaners. We saw a lot of Jakiros yesterday, a lot of even Brewmasters going offlane, but not that many Tidehunters, even though it actually got through the first pick phase pretty much untouched throughout the games we saw. So I mean,
Yep.
I guess especially okay, to be true, we actually did see one Tidehunter yesterday, but he had a rather weak performance, I guess. There we go.
Of course.
He was.
I think it was just too good, man.
Yeah, and it was just extremely difficult for him to get anything off properly. It was just I don't know, man. It was a difficult game to watch for me. I was like, come on, man, you can get this.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 one-man ravages in that game, and 4 ravages about in total. I might be talking out of my ass though. It's this is only an estimate.
Yeah,
There might have been
but
a
we
bit
were
more.
we were kind of focused on him to land those ravages, and it just didn't happen. But I mean, I hope M5. Of course, this was a I would say a tier 3, maybe tier 2 team. So obviously M5 is gonna have a lot better chance of executing this strategy. But depending on what they go, and Skywrath Razor, there we go. So 3 of the most popular like pickups in the early stages are actually gonna get picked up here pretty quickly. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Ultra aggression or something like the PA we saw yesterday with a like a PA solo versus something else, and then just going into a BKB and then just destroying with Tidehunter?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, if the Tidehunter performs better than last night's Tide, I mean,
We're gonna nitpick that
static-
Tidehunter all game long,
Okay,
man.
I'm gonna try to forget. I mean, still, if they go for the PA, BKB is pierced by static link, so Razor is already a counter to that. Then again, PA does have evasion, but then again, they do have a ton of nuking potential from Skywrath. I doubt that they're gonna go for PA. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I mean, if they have a really confident Tidehunter player, I think they can definitely pull it off.
Yeah, definitely. It's right now that's the only real hero we are seeing. So
But right now, I think that M5 International lineup, they can do anything with the Tidehunter pick, especially now they got the Vengeful Spirit as well. Like, they didn't really show their hand or what they're gonna go for, whereas Moscow 5 Russia, they already have the Razor. And I mean, I think it's not so hard to counter Razor, honestly. Like some Well, it depends. Well, it depends actually, because unstable current does give you a fair bit of movement speed, and the supports from Moscow 5int, they won't have boots for a long time.
That's true. That's actually really true. It's gonna be confusing as hell though, because it's gonna be Moscow 5 and Moscow 5int, I guess. So probably gonna be messing up that quite a few times. Vengeful Spirit getting picked up,
10
and
seconds
Void and
remaining.
Tusk getting banned out. I guess Tusk is somewhat
5 seconds remaining.
yeah, should be
Might be a signature hero for M5int.
yeah, exactly. Could be like a pocket strat hero they've been playing around with, like we saw Alliance do and a few other teams, and for the people having problems with Twitch not showing the correct title, try updating it. Should help out a lot. Yeah, I don't. If you have any problems with the incorrect title on the top, just try refreshing the page. Yep. So we got Slaughter as well, getting taken out of the pool.
Reserve time.
The really aggressive hero as well. So Razor, Skywrath, pretty much open lanes, right? You can't really. I mean, Razor's probably gonna go mid unless they pull something crazy. Skywrath probably gonna be supporting, or could even just go mid together with a Razor just to mess up whatever hero they actually put there. And yeah, Slaughter. It's some hyper aggressive heroes that are taken out of the pool, especially in the second ban phase. Like the Slaughter and Tusk are really go-to heroes for, I guess, aggressive Dota.
Initiating strength heroes. So, oh, we see Lycan banned out last from Moscow 5 Russia, and they pick up an Ogre themselves. So, more disable, more ganking,
Radiant team.
and some good attack speed for the Razor, of course. And then ET as a response from Moscow 5 International. ET, well, I mean, he works really well with the Tidehunter. It's great synergy with what they have so far, but it's is it gonna be? It's gonna be a support Elder Titan.
You think so?
Well, they already have the Tidehunter for the offlane. Don't know
10
if they
seconds remaining.
might mid the Tidehunter. I doubt it.
No, most likely not. It's probably
5
going to be a
seconds
support ET,
remaining.
but still, it's. We saw yesterday what a leveled ET could do with
Reserve
his
time.
natural order, and it kind of was the saving grace for. I think it was
It did a lot of work. That's definitely true, man. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't have any escape mechanisms. That's the thing, though. And Skyref Mage is just gonna spam you down to death. Admittedly, concussive shot is 20-second cooldown on level 1, but I don't know. You have magic. Okay, wait.
What are you
I
saying?
don't-
Are you?
I meant Fire Blast from Ogre Magi. Sorry, he has 12-second cooldown on level 1 on that. So
Medusa?
Fire team pick.
yeah, this is
This is looking scary.
yeah.
Medusa. Wow.
Moscow 5 Russia going for the heavy late game.
Yeah, I guess they could do so. I mean, they have the mid game pretty much secured. Was two of the stronger supports of the game right now. Skywrath and Ogre, and then you can always buff off the Medusa for the late game and hope you
10 seconds
you
remaining.
just win. I mean, you can even I would even say that the normal
5
M5
seconds
could seal the
remaining.
deal with early game pressure, but they can still, with the Medusa as plus the Razor, still go
Reserve time.
very late, like extremely late.
5 seconds remaining.
You think they're gonna go for an anti-mage even on Moscow 5 International? It's gonna be an anti-mage. There we
Exactly,
go. Wow,
Radiant
calling the
team
shots here on
back.
the stream, man. Look at it go.
But what do you think? Who's gonna come out? Because the way I see it now,
I think
this is 4v4 because they both have AFK farming heroes. I mean, Medusa, yeah, she has a good team
Dire
fight
team
ult, and
ban.
Anti-Mage she has a blink and the mana void. I don't know how much they will participate in the fights. Like, if they go 4v4, both teams with their carries just AFK farming, I really wonder who has more fighting
10
potential. I
seconds
would go with
remaining.
Moscow 5 International right now.
you would. I would actually go with
Radiant team
with Moscow 5 Belarusky or Russian. I would actually go for them, depending on what they pick, of course. But right now, I mean, Ogre and Skywrath, if they can just like blow up the Vengeful and make it to a 3 versus 2 situation, that
yeah.
I think could work out, because you need the stun from Vengeful obviously for the ET to have anything.
It might be
seconds
that
remaining.
it's gonna come down to the offlane.
Yeah,
again,
probably.
like in last night's
5
game. Like,
seconds remaining.
if Tidehunter does good, then they're gonna do good, definitely. I'm just wondering who's gonna off him for Moscow 5 Russia.
I think it's gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up a Wind Ranger even.
Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
Well, they do need a lot more early game presence. They do need mobility as well.
10 seconds remaining.
I just don't know. I haven't seen too much of Wind Ranger lately.
That's true. She's been
5
phased out,
seconds
but
remaining.
it's gonna be a Magnus. There we go. That makes a lot of
13
sense.
pick.
Wow.
And the Invoker for M5.int.
Okay, that's okay.
I think M5.int have the better end of this draft, honestly.
I think if M5 Russia can get to the late game, it's gonna be really difficult. But I don't know. It's really like the problem for me right now is that if they get caught off guard and the Tidehunter gets a Ravage off before the Magnus can actually land the RP, they're gonna just lose the entire team fight based on that. He needs like, yeah, every core on M5 Russia needs a BKB at some point.
Yeah, definitely true. But let's not forget that RP pierces BKB immunity, so M5int are gonna have to look to tank up instead of just buying BKBs. I mean, M5 Russia. Oh, fuck! These names are confusing me.
Yeah, I know. It's really not like, wow.
I mean, there's just so many things in these two lineups that work against each other in a way, like Anti-Mage can mana avoid the Medusa, but Medusa kills the Manta illusions with his ulti.
30 seconds to battle.
M5 Ruski has a lot of anti-BKB, while M5int has a ton of team fight. I mean, all you have at the Russian side is what, a reverse polarity and the
I guess
Medusa ulti.
Medusa ulti, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I mean, even that isn't really. I mean, it's a really good ulti, but it needs to be RP into Medusa ulti until we kill everybody with that kind of.
Yeah, and let's not forget the EMP coming out from the Invoker can be a real pain in the ass for Medusa.
Kind of think that Razor needs to play a really, like, he needs to be really quick on his mech if he's going for that, I guess, a mech BKB timing, because once the onslaught starts to come out for international, it's gonna be horrendous because they have a lot of team fight capabilities in the mid game. Yeah, Medusa, you don't really want to go BKB and Medusa early on. You want to get some sort of stat items going, like a Yasha or, yeah, even Threads, just to, or Face Boost for that matter, just to get up some tanky like damage items. And I don't. Do you see him rushing BKB like instead of maybe traditional Lincolns or a Manta style instead?
The Dusa?
Yeah, the Dusa.
I don't think so. I mean, when you see a Dusa rushing the BKB, it's like the game is already going like shit, and that's kind of like trying to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, Anti-Mage right now, he does not need to go for BKB. I don't see him like unless it's ultra late game.
But it doesn't help either. I mean, his BKB will help against the silence coming out from Skywraith and YOLO multicast fucking triple stun fire blast from the Ogre. But other than that, he can still get static linked in BKB. He can still get reverse polarity in BKB, and he can still get stone gazed through BKB.
Yeah, so it's.
And bottom lane, we might see first blood coming out from.
Dude, you need to. We talked about this.
yeah. Sorry, man.
But you caught it. I didn't get it on camera, but you caught it. That's definitely.
At least we made some noise for the first blood.
Yeah, exactly. So, first blood gonna be going the way of M5. Actually, really well played. I think. I don't know. Stun coming out or ignite coming out for Ogre and slow coming out from Skywrath. And look at this already counter warding at Roche. Really a really big deal here with the first blood as well, getting secured. And Medusa. Pretty much gonna be versus. It's gonna be a dual lane on bot. Wow.
I don't know about this. Like, one of these teams is gonna regret the decision of their laning. Whenever you see one team going dual,
Bloa? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Go ahead.
whenever you see a team going dual and the other team going tri-lane, it's usually a disaster for one or the other. It never goes even, because basically there is one support who's wasting his time.
Yeah.
On that lane, and I wonder what they're gonna get out of this. I mean, Ogre is trying to get a pull off. He's probably gonna go for the double pull, and Scream being an annoyance with his Astral Spirit.
Yeah, that's really really annoying. Do you think that messing up the Medusa lane kind of still works? I mean, you're essentially sacking Tidehunter's XP, right? Like he's not gonna get level 6 before what, 8 minutes or 9 minutes because of the Elder Titan staying down here.
Well, again, this depends. Like, for example, when their lane is too heavily pushed in, and I'm talking about the Dire. When their lane is too pushed in, maybe the Elder Titan can just leave the lane and go stack Ancients. This way, Tidehunter gets some solo
That's
XP.
true. Yeah, that's actually true.
For later on as well. And we might see on Stable getting sandwiched in between two heroes. Let's give Screen can body block him maybe.
They're actually gonna go for it. Oh, unstable, man. You're in a lot of trouble. Stun comes out from ET. Can they secure the kill? Is he gonna chase? And that's actually gonna be a kill for the Elder Titan. They're actually turning on King R as well, and he could be in a lot of trouble. He could turn on this. Maybe he needs help though. Medusa coming in top. Can he get anything done? And King R, he's trapped. He cannot get out.
And Anti-Mage is
there we
here.
go. Yeah, what?
Anti-Mage was mid. Invoker is doing a dual lane on top. What the hell is going on?
Okay, so we're gonna. I didn't even see the lane setup. Anti-Mage actually going mid versus Invoker, or sorry, Razor, and Invoker
versus
top
Razor.
Versus the Magnus, I guess. You have a lot of, well, interesting lane setups. You have dual lanes plus Anti-Mage mid. Even that in itself is kind of interesting, but yeah.
Honestly, I think this is pretty smart, because you can just blink out of Static Link.
That's true.
Mana burn is pretty good against the Razor, and up on the top lane, even if Bloa skewers away on low HP, the Invoker could potentially just go for Sunstrike, but I see that he went for Wasp Wax.
Yeah.
Is running out for
Still, I think these lanes are really smart from M5.int.
I mean, the Anti-Mage isn't really flash farming as you want him to be. Like, he's not really picking up the CS he needs right now, but I mean, he's essentially giving space to top, so Invoker can actually get some items up. And I mean, Invoker is doing fairly okay.
There's some action on the bottom lane in the
Stable.
jungle.
He's fine.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Screen's gonna get caught out here. I think he's trying to leech some more XP.
Yeah. And that's like, this ET has been really annoying to deal with thus far, and actually securing them 2 kills on the back foot of that. So I mean, Deuce is still farming away pretty much uncontested, and I guess that's the main plan for M5 Russia, to actually keep her alive and not die. And I mean, one of the risks is that you end up with Medusa just
mid lane.
Paratha, is he gonna go down? Yeah, he's probably gonna take a fall, but no, oh no, the skewer is not gonna actually save him in the end. And actually dedicating 4 heroes in the mid lane, could be in for the Anti-Mage, Ignite, slowly chipping away, but it's not enough. He's actually gonna be able to walk out of there and Vengeful, picking up the DD on the back foot. I mean, Medusa, you don't want to give too many kills away, right? Because, yeah, you want to farm, but as we saw yesterday, farming and not getting kills is not enough when the enemy carry's getting triple kills.
Yeah. And we see a disconnect from Invoker.
Yeah.
Might be the same issue as last night.
Yeah, with the servers being all messed up, which is really annoying.
Dude, another thing about this bot lane, I mean, M5 Russia did rotate to mid lane with their support heroes right now, but while they were staying up bot, I noticed that Screen is actually evening them on levels. Like, they have a dual lane on bot, but M5 Russia support levels are the same as the Elder Titan, so that's a bit of a consolation, I think.
Yeah, and Tide is level 4, so it's not going as poorly as you would. I mean,
he's the same level as the Magnus, and
exactly.
Magnus was solo. So and the Elder Titan is doing pretty okay-ish, I guess. This XP exchange is really interesting.
Yeah, to think that it's actually pretty much dead even. But I mean, Anti-Mage versus Razor, he's like, it's gonna be up to the Invoker right now, at least for the next maybe 20 minutes to make the kills happen. It's not gonna be on the back foot or it's not gonna be sitting on the Anti-Mage, because he's 4-3 right now versus Razor, who's 18-12. So yeah.
Well, honestly, if he can manage somehow to get maybe a Power Treads with Poor Man's Shield, I wouldn't be surprised to see him rotate around into the jungle, maybe stack the easy camp while killing it at the same time. It's difficult, but it's doable. I'm not seeing him getting any CS otherwise in this game for another 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes.
Do you think it's gonna be the classic? We go into Battle Fury, or we go into maybe a kind of a maybe a drums build, even into something tanky just to survive, and then
Well, I've seen Kuroki going for an interesting build with what was it? Vladimir's offering into a Maelstrom or
Wow,
some shit
okay.
like that. I know I've seen both the Vlads and the Maelstrom on
On
anti-mage
anti-mage.
from him. Yeah, but I'm not so sure if it was at the same in the same game. But I think it works out great. I mean, if you have some mediocre survivability, you have your blink leveled up, you have at least level 2 splash shield. With those items, you can fight early on. And Maelstrom is a good farming tool as well. So yeah, why not?
yeah, that's true. That's actually really true, and that's kind of what anti-mage kind of lacks, right? Until he gets his either Battle Fury or something
Exactly.
pretty huge.
Exactly.
He's not.
And he can get the Maelstrom or the Vlads a lot sooner than the Battle Fury. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it makes him a lot more tanky as well, because I mean, obviously, Battle Fury only gives you in the minor region and doesn't really give any armor or lifesteal or anything like that. So, a really, really wise decision to pick up. Do you think Ventral's actually gonna go down here? PGG picking up the
The early feed.
the
I'm not so sure. I mean, it depends. Do these guys have their cooldowns? Yeah, Skyrave has everything. And yeah, if Boa can just keep vision on him, he's probably dead. Like, it's gonna be a concussive shot, shockwave, and maybe an arcane bolt, but honestly, I don't think they need it.
and they even have, yeah, they got Shockwave ready. Skewer is ready in 2 seconds as well. So, and I don't know, internet is getting bashed right now. Not really sure what's going on, but you know, it's all good. It's all good.
Yep. Up to 24 CS.
Yeah, he's doing really well in the bot lane, and Invoker's actually also up there, so it's not a total loss yet. I just feel like M5.int, they could potentially have too much mana drain or
Yeah.
mana leak on the side of them, because
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
EMP with mana burn from the anti-mage, that's really deadly.
yeah, and I mean it looks like he's right now exclusively going cross Wex, so
Yeah. And the other thing is that Stone Gaze mana cost is a permanent 200 mana.
wow.
So it's gonna be tough to get up those skills. I mean, I definitely expect Invoker having a huge presence in this game.
Yeah.
Like in another more 3 or 6 minutes even, and he's gonna start using his Tornado EMP combo.
Oh, PGG, you're so sad right now. Wow. I'm just watching PGG. He's I think he's in trouble. He could be dead here on
I think what he could do is like roam back here. Like how do you draw?
a control and just go.
It doesn't, if he would run back, like as soon as Bloa gets down from the ramp, he just runs back up, and then he fogs him for enough time so he won't get targeted by concussive shot coming out from the Skywraith. And maybe juking a bit more around there, he only needs a couple more seconds to have magic missile.
That's true. Yeah, could be.
He can at least make them waste time.
Yeah. And here we go. Blower actually gonna go for PGG. Skewer up. Nope.
Dyer's bottom tower is
Oh, he
under
misses it. Wow, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. Racer gets the last hit, and that's all she wrote for the dear PGG. He's gonna die. The first kill of the game for him, or the first death of the game. Sorry.
Yep.
Screen slowly chipping away. Do you like the Echo Stomp build, or do you like the Natural Order build when you go support Elder Titan?
That's a good question.
Because I mean, you don't have the same kind of right click that you would normally have once you go Natural Order, but they kind of need the setups done for.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if at level 4 he'll just get a single value point of Natural Order. Because I think the logic behind it is kind of like, okay, Skywraith and Ogre coming bot, by the way.
Oh, I
They're
see
gonna
it.
gank
I was
off.
just yeah, and that's gonna be it for our dear screen. Oh, they're actually focusing different targets. I think a bit of miscommunication there, or
Wow.
maybe just deciding to take out the Tidehunter's Anchor Smash and outroot the damage. But I mean, silence. Everything was well. Skywrath decided to use everything on on Tidehunter, and Ogre just went for the ET. So that was unfortunate, but they do manage to scare them off the lane. And Medusa's farm is still pretty much secured, 31 to 10 here as we cross the 6-minute mark here in just a few seconds. But look at this anti-mage rotating top. So he is going to be somewhat of a factor, deciding just to put him mid for the Invoker's levels and then rotating him into mid lane. And
I wouldn't be surprised if he catches
screen,
up in no time.
stun comes off, and that's going to be all she wrote for ET. ET's going to go down here. Yeah, there we go. Mak3Rand picking up that kill, and Razor was there to actually pick it up if he actually had a stick charge or something like that up his sleeve. Roche.
Yeah. Razor has been having a good game. I mean, he did go down once, but he got a rebuttal kill and is up to 28 CS right now. I mean, the standard is the least acceptable, but that is still acceptable, is 30 CS 6 minutes in.
Yeah, and he's...
So, he's gonna have that soon enough, so not so bad. By the way, Elder Titan did go for the value point of Natural Order at level 4. I think the logic behind it was that he's not gonna live enough or gank enough to use that in the first 3 levels.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah. And, yeah, Medusa.
And he's stacking, by the way, for Ancient.
Yeah, as you said, it was kind of a, we were like, is he gonna totally mess up the Tidehunter, or is he actually gonna, like, you know, try to recover him at some point? And almost level 6 on Tide, so I mean, yeah, it's not looking too bad actually. And 3 to 3 right now, 7 minutes in. It's quite a different pace from what I'm used to from the Russian teams, but it could be like, it could blow up in my face any second and just go on to all out, you know, war, especially with these heroes Invoker. Oh, nothing's gonna happen mid lane, and Tide slowly willing his way to level 6.
Yeah, things kind of calming down. Everybody looking for the farm.
Yeah, nobody's really wanting to go on anything. And do we have any smokes up? Yeah, we do have a smoke on this.
Top lane, they're initiating on PGG.
Oh, PGG, Sun. Yeah, that's so unfortunate getting called out like that. And Magnus, Ogre, showing the magical damage off here, and Anti-Mage just like, nope, I want to get that bounty, but well, he's only that's really he only has 1 level in Blink, so Razor's actually, yeah, I think you could have chased him for a bit and make him back off a bit on top lane. Razor, sorry, Magnus. Razor, is he gonna? Do you think with this kind of level advantage, Invoker can stand out to Razor and possibly kill him with some rotations, or do you think it's kind of like, nah, it's not gonna happen because of the static link? I
don't think he can kill him. I mean, maybe if he times the
lane
tornado perfectly.
Tide. Echo Stomp. There we go. Perfectly landed on the Medusa, and yeah, she's gonna be going on back.
Tide not too far from level
6.
6.
Could be in a lot of trouble. Stun comes out. If he mana avoids, that's gonna be a kill. But again, the one time in Blink is not gonna be enough. He actually needs to get out, and there we go. Blinking out should be enough, and nobody's actually gonna die on this initiation. And Tidehunter, how is he doing on bot lane? He actually decided to stay there and just chill out with his bottle.
Level 6.
Yeah, get that level 6, man. We need it. There we go. And he's finally level 6. Securing probably the most important early game ulti for M5 International. And yeah, wonder if they want to move based on this ulti. Like, do they want to force a fight on bot lane, mess up the Medusa, or even just rotate mid and cripple the Razor even more? Wonder what he's actually going to go for. The mechanism is, I mean, he does have 1k in the bank, but he's not really right now, I guess, assembling it. Maybe deciding to just go for a BKB instead.
I don't know. I think he's just wondering to see how the game is gonna go. Yeah. Because right now it's really even.
If we look at the gold graph, it's pretty much, well, M5 is slowly chipping away at the top of that, so it's looking too bad. And it's kind of weird because they don't have
top lane.
Silence gets popped. Kind of messed up the skewer there, and he's actually gonna get out. Well, Ignite is gonna actually take that kill, but yeah, he wanted to skewer but couldn't get the angle right, and so Anti-Mage does die off in the end, and well, 620 damage getting used. Like, yeah, let's see that team fight. And
there's a smoke gank on the bottom.
Yeah, I see it there. They're ganging up on Dusa. He does have a level 2 mana shield though, so So this could be pretty difficult, and yeah, there we go. EMP gets popped as well as Tornado. Stun comes out, and she has no mana, no TPs. There we go. Finally, the TP getting in, but immediately cancelled as they didn't even waste the tide ulti on the Medusa. And top lane, anti-mage. Skywrath is here, so I mean, silence level 2 could be a lot of trouble. Here we go. Blinks away. PGG here. Making sure anti-mage is always able to get out in time, and need be could stun up the Magnus or the Skywrath. And they really want this kill on anti-mage. Look at this! Wow, they really need some TP support coming in right now. PGG still staying really far behind because he does not want to get caught by this.
They might kill Dusa on the bot lane again.
Oh wow, EMP getting popped as well as tide ulti, and that's gonna be it for Medusa taking a nosedive again. They really need this kill because anti-mage has kind of wasted a lot of their resources, and he's actually just going to keep blinking around because they don't want to kill the tower, and yeah, it's kind of weird. They wasted a lot of time on top lane. And
yeah, that was good, solid decision making from M5.int. I mean, I think it was pretty clear what they were gonna do because Tidehunter waited quite a bit.
Pick again. Could be in a lot of trouble. Silence is up. Is he gonna drop it? Yeah, there we go. Skywrath ulti getting expanded, but it's fine. They do secure the kill on Vengeful. Bot lane. Tier 1 tower is gonna go down to Dire, so 1 tower for I guess they get a tower and a Dusa for the trade of a Vengeful Spirit. I guess it's pretty decent. They did use the Ravage though, but I mean still, Medusa's been set back way much. Invoker's actually ahead now in terms of raw.
And Dusa is only 500 gold ahead of the anti-mage, who had 5 creeps 5 minutes in.
Yeah, which was
right
really
now he's up to 44.
RP getting used, pick again. It's gonna take a drop. There we go. And stun. Hits the Magnus. Meanwhile, Invoker secures the kill again on Medusa, and this Invoker really, I wasn't paying attention on the bot lane, but really securing the kills for M5 International, and yeah, Quas Wex Invoker, man, too strong. He's going for a Yasha. So the Medusa.
Is running out for Dire's middle tower.
They do want to put some pressure on the mid lane though. Should be able to back out of here, and Tidehunter does not have an ulti. Yeah, she's going for a Yasha. Do you think that's... Do you want to tack on a bit more? Do you want to get a drum even, just to make sure you get some... Oh, Razor in a lot of trouble. Oh, he misses the tornado, and could be the death of Invoker here in the mid lane. He's actually going to go down. No, maybe not. The Quas keeping him alive, but in the end he falls to King R. Do you think that going Yasha instead of a maybe some more tank ability? I mean, it does give you movement speed as well as armor, but you know...
Well, the way the game was going, like 5 minutes ago for Dusa, it seemed like an obvious choice. But then she died 3 times in 5 minutes, like something like that. Like as soon as she respawned, TP to the lane, she got ganked.
Yeah,
3 times
it happened again. Yeah, so it was.
I think she was feeling confident. She had 0 deaths when starting to build the Yasha, but yeah, now it's kind of proving to be a bad choice.
Yeah. Do you think she's gonna go for this kind of fighting Dusa, or do you think they're not going to be seeing Medusa like earliest before like 40 minutes or 30 minutes even?
I don't even know what a fighting Dusa is, man. I mean, in this position, like he was first place with net worth, now he's in 5th place with net worth, and basically food. Like whenever they land a tornado on him,
he's dead. Yeah, he's
secures the EMP dead. And he's dead. Yeah. So I don't know how he can fight. Like get the Maelstrom like in pubs and just eat Nahui down mid. I'm not so sure what he can do.
Ogre getting called out, and that's the EMP, man. That's the power of the EMP. Yeah.
Yeah. This Invoker is really doing a lot of work for his team.
Yeah, and he's making space, which, I mean, while securing kills and making space for the anti-mage. They do take the top tower. Blinking from anti-mage. He does not have RP, but that's actually not going to matter. PGG picking up a double kill, and it's going to be a 2-for-2 anti-mage for Skywrath and an Ogre on the bot lane. So, yeah, kind of skirmishes going on. I think that was overconfident. Anti-mage didn't really have anything to, you know...
Yeah.
He's actually going for the Battle Fury, as we talked about. So, you know, he didn't have that kind of tanky
build. Exactly. I think that was like his role right now. When mid lane there's a kill.
Dusa-san, you're gonna go down again. Yeah, that's it. She's dead. That's, yeah. Invoker has been messing up the Dusa extremely hard this game, and that's what they need. because Anti-Mage's out on the top lane.
Dire's
And
poor top tower.
he's not going to be kicking in until
Radiant's bottom tower
maybe 5
is
minutes from
under
now,
attack.
because he's still not on his perseverance and he still needs his broadsword. So
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, definitely, but that dive on the top lane though, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, and Radiant jungle, let's see if Oker can get in range for a stun on screen.
and he's going to get it off. Multicast, what? And look at that fly into the mid lane. That's
Yeah, that was strange.
interesting. Game mechanics. Can he get it? No, TP support's coming in. It's actually the Invoker. They could kill off the Yoker here if he lands the stun on the ED clone, but I'm not. Oh, Meteor.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be an MP and Ghost Snap. There we go. That's gonna be it. Yeah. And down he goes. So Invoker really being on the ball here in the game. Really making sure they get those kills, and it was really it was a really long distance tornado. Smoked up.
Yep. Well played. He
Well
might be discovered here by the Skyriff and Bloa.
No.
Not.
Look, oh, Medusa. Medusa, son. No, Medusa. Oh, that is unfortunate indeed. And that's pretty much it. Wow. Invoker is just hunting down Medusa. She does not. They do not want to give an inch to this Medusa, and she can't farm anywhere. Like,
Mid lane as well.
yeah, and that's gonna be it
PGG
for
down
yeah,
the
PGG.
king.
So each time the Medusa dies, it seems like the anti-mage or Ravage gets used on King R, and is he actually gonna be able to kill him? Yeah, there we go. ET making sure that no wait. Yeah, there we go. Finally, ET just making sure that the kill actually goes the way of M5 International. But I mean, Invoker's just sitting on Medusa, and he's gonna have an Orchid and he pretty soon as well. So yeah, that Manta,
This is
he needs it.
Yeah, but she's so far away from the Manta. Like, I don't know. Do they babysit him in the jungle, or what? What solution could they have? I mean, they have a single defensive ward, but if they use smoke anyway, like Invoker right now is walking with Ghost Walk into their jungle, looking for a Dusa yet again.
Yeah, and he's gonna find the Orgo Magi, but again, this is really. I don't know what he actually does pick up the Orchid, so he's good to go. He can actually solo off pretty much anybody on the team, I think. Maybe not the Racer, but anybody else can pretty much not stand to the Invoker anymore. And he's gonna finally look at this. Oh my god, the map awareness, from. He actually sees it, misses, and decides to go back. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But mid lane could be it for the Dear Ogre, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, Orchid securing that kill, and Ghost Walk out of there just to make sure he doesn't die to a Magnus or a Skywrath. And yeah, man, this game, it's looking grim.
Anti-mage gets RP'd in the
Yeah, and there we go. Again, trades.
Yeah.
Always trades, but again, that's gonna be PGG. Stunned up. Oh no, he's actually gonna get saved by that and swaps out. Static laying off on PGG, Tornado hitting on Trada, and he's gonna go out. They're chasing him, they wanna kill him. Tornado, 23 seconds away. No, they're not gonna go. They're not gonna commit. Magnus, did you see that? He was, yeah. He skewered up the Vengeful Spirit, and she could just walk away, just swap out and walk away. That was it's unfortunate.
Plays.
The plays, man.
Yeah. Dude, I'm really surprised. Like, oh, and we have Magnus going for
Yeah,
PGG.
I'm not sure what he's doing out here, but that's a dead Magnus. That's a dead Magnus. Yeah.
That's really, really bad. He shouldn't have died there.
I think they need to secure their own jungle before going into the enemy jungle, but I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, he was kind of alone, and everybody kind of backed off. Medusa wanted to secure her farm because, of course, she's really far behind considering she's the main carry of M5 Russia. Look at Invoker again. Oh my god. I mean, this does, of course, set the Invoker back as well. He's not. I mean, he's not stably farming anymore. He's just trying to, like, you know, slow down the Deuce as much as possible until Anti-Mage gets online, and he is actually gonna have his Battle Fury in like roughly 30 seconds or so. Once he clears out that creep camp, he's gonna have it. And look at this, pinging out M5 International.
They have such a solid plan for this game, man. Like,
Yeah.
the way their lanes played out, the way they helped the anti-mage catch up, the way they secured Dagger and level 6 for Tidehunter. It's, I think their plan was a lot more clear and precise, and maybe practiced than M5 Russia's. Like, they just seem to know what they have to do.
Yeah,
At
to counter
every
this
turn,
kind
they're
of, yeah.
Exactly.
And Ogra picking
Radiant's
up a
middle
ward.
tower is under
GG.
attack.
He does have a sentry, so it's really not going to be that big of an issue. And he's going to be really sad. All the multicast. They are 3 top, and that's going to be the MP used on the Deer Ogra. And that's going to be it. He's going to be taking a nosedive in mid. They could, well, they're not going to engage, but Scream was kind of alone, and there we go. Stun comes off. Natural order getting maxed now, of course, just to get that extra oomph of damage out from the Invoker as well as Anti-Mage. And Battle Fury picked up 21-minute Battle Fury plus threads, so it's not too bad.
Actually, I think he's gonna. He already pulled ahead.
He already pulled ahead.
Yeah.
He's 300 gold over the Dusa, and he can actually farm the enemy jungle just because of the presence of Invoker right now. He's not afraid to actually stand here, even though he only has one one item that actually gives him survivability, which is the threats, of course. I mean,
Yeah, but
Star Shield
they're
doesn't-
slowly but surely starving out M5 Russia. Like after Radiant loses their tier 1 mid tower as well, they're just gonna hang around in Radiant jungle all game. Anti-Mage is gonna farm their jungle, and they're just gonna starve them basically.
Yeah.
And I think Invoker is looking for a Tornado AMP on mid.
Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be it. And Tornado. Oh, he actually went for the, yeah,
Wow.
that was really well coordinated, and that was a double kill for our dear Titan. So we're talking about him being crippled. That's not gonna happen this game.
Beset on all sides
Yeah.
by miscreants,
He's
evildoers,
4-0 and
other
8,
people
so he
like
definitely
to
played a really good game.
Radiant's middle tower
I
has
think
fallen.
that he has Screen to thank for that, like in 20%, because Screen really helped him out on the lane. He stacked for him, he let him have solo XP when the lane was pushing in.
Yeah.
And so they really played well in this game. Like I think that just the way they set up their lanes, that really assured them to have the upper hand early on in the game.
Yeah, just like making sure the Invoker gets the farm and XP he needs, and then the second
Exactly.
he has enough to kill the Deuce, so just rotate him out and get the Anti-Mage farming again, and then... Because, I mean, Razor couldn't kill the Anti-Mage, right? Like, there's no way that's gonna happen unless you really rotate a lot of supports. Like, you at least need the Skywrath to actually make that happen, and... Yeah. It didn't happen. They wanted to secure the Medusa, and... Whilst she did have really good farm at the early game stage, she's falling a lot behind now, and
Yeah, and she did pick up the ultimate orb.
Invoker, you cheeky piece of magic. Look at this. Look at how aggressive he's playing, and I don't think there's been a single sentry bought this game. Well, there's a sentry actually right here, so I might be lying, but you know, I haven't really seen because they've been starving them out so heavily. It's practically impossible to keep tabs of this Invoker, and he still wants to go top. He's just scouting. He's a living and breathing ward, and he's actually gonna go for the Maelstrom you talked about on the Anti-Mage though, but he's gonna pick it up on the Invoker.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, mid. Oh, there we go. Just a bit of right click going on. Nothing too shabby, but yeah, he's gonna be going on back here. Bounty gets picked up, and look at this. They've just this side of the map, or rather, this side of the map is M5 Internationals.
Yeah.
Like,
And
there's-
that's exactly the problem for M5 Russia. Like, even look where this Invoker is. Jesus, it's he dives in with confidence so deep into Radiant territory, and this just goes to show that Radiant, they don't have any map
Radiant's
control.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they might spot him up now.
Yeah, they got it. Oh, they know. They know. They know. That's
Oh my god,
wow.
what?
But Tidehunter
Bait.
does have Ravage. He's not using it. Could be swap out. Yeah, there we go. TP in from who? Is he gonna be the Dusa? That's gonna be all that. Wow, PGG falling quickly, but so does the Razor. ET ulti pops out. We do not have we do have an EMP ready now, but is he gonna blow it? Ulti from Skywrath hits down, kills nothing, and in the end, is it gonna be the death of it? Yes, we do see ET falling in the back lines of that, and that's gonna be it for. Actually, that's what ET did not die. He did not die. Okay, so that's a 2-for-1 in favor of M5 Russia. Actually, kind of surprising. The problem was they used the MP pretty quickly, so the Dusa could just stand there and fight. And the second they used the Tornado, they kind of lost the initiative and couldn't really respond to M5.
I think the idea there was for Invoker to bait, because they made it look like an easy kill. They were probably thinking that M5 Russia doesn't see the Tidehunters standing on the high ground, so I don't know, maybe expecting some easy kills on the Russian supports, but it wasn't the case. They definitely got punished. I mean, Anti-Mage is in the first spot for net worth.
Yeah, actually,
Though
yeah.
he died. Wow.
And yeah, I mean, you have the 3 cores of M5 International picking up those top slots of net worth, so it's gonna be a hard game for Dusa. But I mean, with the power Magnus and the power on Dusa, I think she can still pull out ahead if she can kill off like maybe 2 or 3 before she dies or
Yeah.
something.
And especially since Empower now works with BKB.
Exactly.
So that's something to keep in mind.
And
as
they
well.
have Bloodlust as well, so I mean, they have a lot of power-ups for and what? Okay, wow. Well, look at this. Ogre, he's carrying around his own scepter.
Oh, that's really good.
It's not his scepter though, but he's carrying around a scepter.
Oh wow, it's Razor Scepter. That's strange.
Yep. He's building a BKB, so he doesn't have the inventory space, I guess. And Anti-Mage? How would it, like, RP? No, they don't have RP. They actually secure the kill. Really well
That's
played.
big.
Under attack.
That's big.
Yeah, and now Medusa's actually ahead. By a fairly low margin. Oh, Tidehunter. Well, yeah, I mean, Medusa is up there now again. And oh, Razor? Well, actually just walks out. Doesn't really care.
Radiant's bottom tower
And now
is
they want to
under
skedaddle
attack.
out of there because Invoker does not have EMP or Tornado ready, so...
Do supporting bot in the meantime. I think Tidehunder was trying to split push. I wonder if they're gonna go for this engagement here. I mean, M5 Russia are missing a support, but M5int are missing their core position 1 hero, so I don't know if it's such a good idea to fight here.
Yeah, so just a bit of discussion going on between the casters, like, is it allowed?
Why wouldn't it be allowed?
Because look at his undefined, look at his, he actually gets the, he actually gets the, Fire Blast, unrefined Fire Blast.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? Oh, also gets popped.
Ravage.
Stable's just gonna go down. Not sure actually. Oh, Skywrath gets swapped in, and that's gonna be it. That's 2 for 0, and actually working out nicely for the dear M5 International. Do they want to turn on this? I mean, Medusa ulti was used. And, there we go. Blower gonna go down. Ravage is on cooldown, and we do have RP not getting used in that team fight though. So team fight ultis. That's, I don't know. Can you see his unrefined Fire Blast if you go onto Ogre?
Nope.
Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I think that the fight M5int got here was kind of what they were looking for when they were between tier 2 and 3 towers on the bottom lane.
Oh yeah, you mean the baiting Invoker? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's. I think this worked out fine. Like they killed off the supports first. Honestly, I think they just wait for Ravage and go Rex maybe. I mean, Tidehunter is like 1200 or 1300 gold away from his refresher orb. Anti-Mage is like 200 gold away from his Manta style. They might just get the rest of their core items and just try high ground. Yeah.
And they got Crimson Guard on the ET now, so tankability is
BGG.
really, oh yeah, he's in a lot of, he's gonna die. Yeah. That was like, they're really good at picking up those like
Those BGGs.
Yeah, those PGGs. Those PGGs, man. No, I mean, they're really good at, wow, now I can't stop laughing. They're really good at picking up those kind of out of position PGG, man. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. I'm really, wow. You're making me say horrible things on the stream, man.
Excuse me, man. My bad.
We do see BKB though being picked up by Razor, finally. And Tornado goes out. He can still BKB through this. He does have an invis. Gonna pop that and just walk on back. He's actually just gonna stay there. They don't have anything to kill him with, so yeah, he's just gonna stay there. That's no biggie.
By the way,
yeah?
Invoker had a gem there.
Oh, he
in his
did?
inventory,
Wow,
yeah.
that's okay.
I think they could have forced out maybe a
BKB charge?
A BKB charge, exactly. Oh, and there's some action on top lane. No.
Yeah, he TP'd down.
Hallucinating. Dusa now she has half. Is that half? Yeah, that's more than half of the Eye of Skadi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's getting there. Her item progression has kind of not stopped. Well,
I don't know.
it's come back. I mean, so
Isn't like the Scotty kind of working
Oh.
against you?
wait a second. Wait a second.
Get ravaged.
Are they gonna get him? I would even say blow ravage on this. Mid,
Yeah.
Razor, you my man are so dead. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be it for Razor. So
Nice.
that's godlike. What do you mean? Sorry. Working against the Dusa in what way?
Like the Scotty might be working against the Dusa because Scotty gives you a ton of mana, and let's not forget that Anti-Mage does have mana void. Maybe she's counting on the fact that she can use it by activating mana shields.
Yeah, and then kiting around it or kiting around. Oh, he's
Yeah.
gonna die. He's dead. What?
Dead.
They didn't see him?
They let him live.
What? Okay, he just TP's out.
Have been
Doesn't matter.
fortified.
He'll just TP out. It's fine. So yeah. PGG here, standing, and he's just counting out anything he can, pretty much. Do we see the gold graph? Pretty much in favor of International, 12k ahead in terms of gold and 10k ahead in experience. So
Yeah.
they're probably
By
gonna
the
take
way-
this tower pretty much uncontested, I think.
Are you seeing this crazy vision coming out from M5.int? Like they have 3 wards.
Yeah, right there.
That,
Yeah, that's pretty huge. Like right here.
Yeah.
That's
that's a lot of vision.
yeah, just for this
Dyer's bottom tower is
secret
under
shop
attack.
area. That's kind of yeah. Well, they can pretty much. Oh, he's actually picking up. He's getting close to a hard the anti-mage, and
Illusion.
he's really starting to look scary. Like he's wow.
This is gonna be a problem. Like I don't know how they can control him anymore. I mean, he's soon gonna level up spell shield as well, so they can nuke him down.
Yeah, it's
And like I don't know, it's really gonna be tough. They don't have the damage. The only thing I see they could do is maybe chainstun him while Razor static links
oh,
him.
I didn't see. Jesus, stop
I lost
Invoker.
that. I lost that as well.
Yeah, okay. But Invoker dying on the back foot of that, and they pick up the gem, which is really crucial. So I mean, they could decide to get some map vision back on the back line of this, because now they can actually de-ward whatever wards they have, and especially on the top lane, that's like
Yeah.
150 gold just sitting there. So
I think this would be a really good time for M5 Russia to just go smoke as 5 or at least 4 and go counter ward everywhere and get their
Radiant's
jungle
top
back,
tower
get their
is
map
under
back.
attack.
definitely, and anti-mage TPing or blinking down here does have a lot of health to spare, so he's not really afraid of anything on the line of M5. And I mean, yeah, I just think that right now it's going to be a question of whether or not can they keep Medusas alive in the fights, and if so, is it going to be enough? Because I mean, anti-mage really doesn't care anymore. He has a Manta Star and a Vitality booster plus Battle Fury, so even if he does get silenced or stunned, the second he gets silenced, he can just Manta Star out and just
Yeah.
run around. Blink
But
in,
the other
blink
thing
out.
is that if Dusa gets 1 damage item, like his next item, if he gets 1 damage item and then goes BKB, if he can get to those items, M5int might be fucked. Because they don't have anything that really goes through BKB except for Mana Void. Then
Yeah,
that's
that's
about it.
true.
Okay,
Yeah.
Swap, but Swap isn't damage.
Dyer's
And it's not even a
poor
real
tower.
disable, it's just a positioning skill. So
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm not
is
so sure. I
under
mean, if
attack.
she gets the late BKB,
Radiant's
it might turn
bottom
things
tower
around.
Yeah.
has fallen.
And especially versus, like,
Dyer's
if you
top
can
tower
render
is
the
under
Invoker
attack.
useless, you can really control the Deuce in the fights, right? Because, I mean, you have Tide
Definitely,
ulti,
yeah.
but yeah, BKB again, it's... And with the Scotty, she secured her, like, she can kite around pretty easily the anti-mage, there we go.
Yeah, things are looking up for M5 Russia, honestly. I mean, for a while there, it looked like M5int was just gonna run away with this game, but they've been kind of pulled back to even, I'd say.
Yeah, well, oh, Medusa, this could be huge, setting her back a lot, and that's... I think that's pretty much it. She's... What? Maybe not. No, she's actually just gonna... Good defensive Stone Gaze being used there, and she's actually just gonna walk out. So yeah, really nicely played, and I think even if they went on her, it would have turned out really badly, because that's a really clumped up space, and they did have Magnus sitting in the tree line just waiting for them to stack up, and Refresher completed on Titanhunter though.
Yeah, and Hex on the Invoker.
Radiant's middle tower is
If
under
they don't
attack.
finish in the next 5 to 10 minutes, they're never gonna finish.
You think M5 International?
Yeah, I mean they have all their core items, their most important items, And okay, except for the Heart of Tarrasque on the anti-mage,
Yeah,
but
that's
he
true,
went
yeah.
for Basher instead. And he does have the casual vid booster, but even though, I mean, they have all they need, I think this is where they are strongest, that they're
Radiant's
starting to
middle
peak right
tower
here.
has fallen.
And look at this
We all
Razor
saw it
pushing out
coming.
bottom. Actually going for a
Dire's bottom
Soul
tower
Cuirass,
is
so
under attack.
he's going really defensively in this game. I really like this though, because that also benefits the
Dusa.
Dusa
and the
a
entire
lot.
team, of course.
So,
Dire's bottom tower
and he
is
really
under
doesn't need to
attack.
do any damage. He just needs to stand and tank and just mess up. Like if he can get a static link off on the anti-mage in between the fight, that would be huge.
Yeah, I agree. Vlad's picked up on the Elder Titan, so some lifesteal aura for the anti-mage.
Oh,
I don't know, I kind of get the feeling that, oh, anti-mage might be... Nope, he's
No.
not gonna get got. So yeah, what I was saying is that M5 have been playing really smart in the last 10 minutes, and I mean M5 Russia. Like they've avoided ganks, they avoided major team fights, and they're babysitting the Dusa, getting her farmed up. She's going for the butterfly now. I think that's definitely a good decision.
yeah.
Maybe a BKB after that, and
Yeah, forcing
it's-
anti-mage to go MKB at some point. I mean, to be useful.
yeah, exactly. And I don't know, like, yeah, he has one more slot to get MKB.
Yeah. So really, really well played there, and I think, yeah, especially because he needs to. Well, he could decide not to complete it, but he does have a Skull Bash as well as a Vitality Booster lying around. So I mean, he does want to complete his Abyssal and Heart at some point. But yeah, it's looking up. It's looking up for them. I mean, Magnus has been crippled a lot, and I mean,
That's true.
everybody but the Dusa
Dire's
on the
bottom tower
side
is
of
taking Dire's
M5
structures
Russia
are
is looking
fortified.
semi-bad, right? Or not, like in semi-bad shape,
Dire
and
just
oh,
can't resist
fading out.
attacking Radiant. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Did you
Looks
manage
like
to?
someone
No.
blew it.
Invoker from behind.
Oh wow, the Scythe ulti gets popped. Magnus looking to RP, and he's actually gonna get silenced up. But look at that, he actually does actually get out in time, and it's nobody's dead yet. PGG finally goes down, and Medusa just standing his ground. RP gets off. Razor coming in again, and Screen is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Do we see an EMP getting dropped? No, we do not. Tornado's getting thrown out, and I think that's a really interesting. Well, I wouldn't say a trade. They do get the tower for the Adventure Spirit, but M5 Russia, they actually hold the line and nobody actually dies. So
Yeah, playing smart there. I mean, they used it's kind of starting to look the way we were expecting. Like they used double Ravage, and they didn't team wipe them.
No,
Actually, they
exactly.
didn't kill anybody.
no, they didn't kill anybody. So
And they even had enough time for the tornado to cool down, and Invoker used it to initiate, and they used it to disengage. So it was a really long fight. They got all their skills off, some skills even twice,
Yeah.
and they didn't get a single kill. So this is what I was kind of trying to say, that M5.int is starting to peak, as in,
Invoker is losing his effectiveness, and
yeah,
he's-
exactly.
I mean, he does have a lot of control, but you know, if you can't kill people during the, I mean, Ravage, it doesn't matter because they're just gonna turn on you and kill you. And actually, the saving grace I think for M5 International in that fight was the Crimson Guard really messing up the Deuce's auto attack. So
yeah, that actually played a huge factor, man. That's a good call. Didn't even think about that.
because I mean they were all so low, and I just saw like in the last like maybe 2 or 3 seconds of the fight, he actually decided to pop it, and Roche going down again. He actually decided to pop it, and nobody actually died besides PGG. I mean he's not that tanky yet.
Not really, man. Free Age is going the way of M5.int. I don't know if M5 Russia would have seen this. I don't know. They could have potentially won the game there with a good RP.
Yeah.
It's 5 seconds to get it, but right now I think it's gonna come down to high ground defense. But time is running short for M5.int.
Yeah, and they really want to. I think if they do not take this fight, it could potentially be Cheese or even Aegis for the Medusa next Roche. And I mean, if they can't take high ground with an Aegis on, I guess it's gonna be anti-mage. Yeah, if they can't take that with anti-mage, it's really difficult. Like they don't have any more tricks up their sleeve to really end this game right now. And yeah, they just need to hold. Like M5 Russia is playing a waiting game, I guess, just making sure that anti-mage can't really get to use his Aegis for anything else. Then just, you know, Invoker deciding to make plays, does actually hex up the Razor and King R. Just gonna head on back. Really good play, and you know, Yeah, he does have a refresher ready, so... Oh, Magnus, you are on the front lines, my man, and you do not want to be there. He actually decides to skewer out, and... Yeah, nobody's died as of yet. This is interesting. Swap out. Ogra is going to be the casualty of war here, I think, and... We use an Echo Stomp on Medusa. Ulti getting popped. Nobody's yet. Magnus buyback. You see PGG also going down, and that's going to be Ravage getting used, and getting used again, I think. Do we see it getting used? Oh, and RP! Look at that! Actually gets everybody besides the Tide, who actually has the... And I think Medusa's going to go down here on the back line of this. Yeah, that's definitely going to be Medusa dead. Oh, the jukes! The jukes!
And the evasion.
Yeah, and the evasion. Come on, man. Oh, the bash! The bash! And Aegis was not used. That was a really unfortunate fight for... and they actually keep going. Medusa buys back. Stun does actually miss, and he does go down. That's a double kill for Anti-Mage. I just think they need to hold right now. And oh, can they get the Invoker? No, he's going to die. That's going to be it for Razor as well. And really unfortunate, because now Medusa is the only one to actually hold the base. And Anti-Mage just going in. And he can't really do anything to kill the Dusa, but Dusa can't really do anything to kill him either, so... And here we go.
Razor does have buyback, I think. Yeah, he has
He does have
buyback.
buyback, yeah.
Or just respawned. I
But
don't
they
know
have
if
no
can
RP.
Yeah.
And this is probably going to be Rex. I think they can still come back. Oh, stun comes out. We're going to see Anti-Mage. Yeah, that's... Wow. Holy Moses. And he does have a heart now as well, so... He's doing a lot of damage. Trying to cut them the best he can, and... He's trying to keep the base alive, but, you know, and Medusa, not the most defensive or, like, you know...
Do you think they should have went for more, for another Rex here? Because, I don't know, I don't see a big problem with one Rex.
No, and especially the mid-Rex, that's not too bad.
Yeah, because whichever Rex they take next, it will be two lanes, one next to each other, so it will be easier to defend both of them.
Exactly,
You know?
so...
If they would have taken at least bot Rex and then tried to force the top one, they would have to force the M5 Russia heroes to keep running around between the bot and top lane to defend, so... Yeah, at least it was mid, but I don't know, it's really odd that they still had Aegis for 1.5 more minutes and they didn't really press the issue. I mean,
No.
RP was still down, and they had only 3 heroes alive at M5. I definitely think they could have forced at least a tier 3 tower.
Do you think that because of the fact that Anti-Mage didn't really have his Aegis for, maybe he had it for 3 more minutes, do you think that M5 Russia should just have waited instead of going out into the jungle and trying to...
Yeah, I think they could have gotten a lot more out of that fight if they would have fought on the high ground.
Yeah, but, I mean, because, you know, they're just waiting for the Aegis to expire and then fight with Medusa having her butterfly to really mess up the Anti-Mage, but they kind of seem to really want to go on the aggressive and
I'm not so sure that's a good idea. I mean, the thing is, there hasn't been one close to perfect fight for M5 Russia this game where you see that they get the RP off, they get the Stone Gaze off, and they get the Razor static link off, and that's what they really need. I mean, we've seen like 2 really good RPs, but by that time...
everybody's kind of dead, and...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Anti-Mage pushing, still has Aegis, so he can do so pretty much uncontested, and look at this. Oh my god. He's actually jumping on the Medusa. Do you see a 4-step coming out? Is it going to be enough? Yes, I think this is going to be it for the Medusa. She's going to take a dropping here, and Anti-Mage just showing us the power of mana drain. Or, yeah, there we go. That's a GG. M5 International. I'm actually going to take that and well executed, and MKB actually getting completed on the Invoker. Wow, that was an interesting game.
Yeah, I think M5N just had the better plan. But then again, the Russians came really close to a strong comeback in this game. If they would have played it a bit more cooler, like a bit more safe, maybe, but it's hard to play safe against a fucking refresher Tidehunter. I mean, whenever he has vision on you, he just jumps in, gets double ravage on, and there is not much you can do after that.
Nope, not really. So, I mean, yeah.
And then again, check Tidehunters and the game score 5-0 and 21.
Yeah, he played really well that game. That was he was
he did his job to perfection.
Yeah,
That's
and he
what I
didn't
would say.
die.
Not even once. I mean, that's and not dying once in a game where you're the main initiator. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Invoker, like they played it. I think they played it really well. I wouldn't say to perfection because, as you said, M5 didn't really press the issue once they had the Aegis. But they definitely executed their strategy to an extent where Moscow 5, Russia were, especially in the mid game, were crumbling a lot, and they couldn't really find an answer for the Invoker in EMP plus Tornado and I guess Orchid at some point. So guys, that was it for M5 versus M5 International. If you want to find the VODs, they're gonna be uploaded on youtube.com/RasmusTV. I was the maker, and with me was Lunatic, I guess, right?
That lunatic pissing off the balcony.
Yeah. If you want to follow the channel, please feel free to do so. We're going to be covering Starladder Pro Series, Deadly Gaming Cup, as well as a few other things. So if you enjoyed the cast, please make sure to follow and like and comment and whatever we do on Twitch. And yeah, I think that was it. It was a good game. Not sure if we have anything else in store. Could be we have nothing. But we're just gonna take a short break and see if we can scram a few games together. And yeah, so stay tuned for more games, guys. And we're not gonna be shutting down the stream yet. We're probably gonna be letting you know if we do have some additional games for you. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna be playing some music. And yeah, woo! Game number 1 or game 1. Yeah.